begin this trick, I'm going to go ahead and cut off maybe like 15-20 cards from the center of the deck. Alright, to begin this trick, I'm going to go ahead and just take off 10 to 15, 20 cards off the top of the deck. And you're going to take this deck and you're going to go underneath the table and do as I do, alright? So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the deck, take the top 2 cards, flip them over, and then repeat the process over as many times as you want. Cut the deck, flip the top 2 over, cut the deck, flip the top 2 over, cut the deck, flip the top 2 over, boom, as many times as you want until you feel comfortable, until you got a huge mess like this, alright? So take the little hoe and take those like a few cards and do it under the table. That's what I'm doing now. So, and when you're flipping them over, you should not reverse the order of the cards. You have to keep them in order, flip them over. Alright, that's the only rule I'm going to give you. Alright. Alright, you feel comfortable there? Alright, so I want you to just go ahead and take a look at the deck. Quick pick and tell me what the top card is, face up or face down. It's face down? Alright. Go ahead and flip that card over and memorize the card. I'm not going to look, but you should look for you. Alright, memorize that card. Alright, keep it face up and just cut it into the deck as many times as you want. Just make sure it's completely lost in the middle. Just cut the deck over and over and over again. Alright, you feel comfortable? Go ahead and give me the deck. Let's place the deck on the table. So, I'm going to take the cards, and your card is completely lost. You got a huge mess of cards in the middle. So I'm just going to go ahead and find your card, alright, underneath the table, so I won't be looking. It's going to be completely in the blind. Alright. Alright, I believe I found it. So let's go ahead and run through what all you did. I gave you the deck, I cut off 10, 15, 20 cards. You cut the deck in half, flip the top 2 over, and repeated that process over and over again. Then you selected a card that you found it, and you lost into the middle of the deck. Alright, so now, and then I found the card that you found, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I turned the card face down in the middle of the deck. One card face down. Go ahead and let's take a look at it. Your card was 7 of Hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and teach you how to guys do this. This is one of the easiest card tricks that I know. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need exactly 20 cards from the top of the deck. Just pick any 20 cards you want. I just picked the top ones, so they're pretty random. But what you do is you have to put them into face up and then face down order. So just go ahead and do that, and once you're done, just come back to the video. Alright, so once you're done, you should have a face down card and a face down card on the bottom too. So face up on top and bottom. Alright, so, but say you accidentally left it like that, where it's one face up and one face up on the bottom, just all you have to do is reverse the order of the deck. So just reverse the order of it just like that. It's not that hard. Alright, so once you have completed that, they're all face up and face down in the pattern, you're ready for the trick. All you have to do is take the remaining of the deck. Sorry, this is kind of messed up for my performance. Let me just go ahead and fix that. Alright, so you have your 20 cards and you place them on top and catch a break on there, so you can, okay, so you can start the trick, be like, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off 10 to 20 cards, you know, and then make sure you don't flash the bottom card, because that would like reveal a secret. Just like, you know, placing that real fast. Make sure you don't do it like that, or they'll show that. Just make sure it's like a nice clean place down to the table. Alright, and then you can place those on the side. You're gonna leave them later though. So you say, alright, this is what you're going to do with your deck. You're going to go underneath the table, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut the deck in half and flip the top 2 cards over. You explain that to them, and you do it over and over and over again. You know, just cut the deck, flip it over, just however you want, alright? So, and then you explain to them your one rule that you have is you can't reverse the order of the cards. So you can't cut the deck cards and reverse them. You have to cut the deck, take the top 2 in the same order, flip over. Alright, so that's what you have to do. So they take it and they go underneath the table. And they're cutting the deck. They take the 2 cards and they flip them over. See, what I just did, that didn't disturb the order, like the pattern of the deck at all. It just kept the same order, but it just makes them feel like they're actually, like, you know, shuffling the deck face up and face down. Alright, so they can do that as many times as they want until they feel comfortable. Okay, so they're comfortable, they have it underneath the table still. Alright, you say, okay, take a look at the top card, and is it face up or face down? If they say face down, you say, alright, go ahead, flip it over, and memorize it. In this case, it's 10 clubs, 10 of hearts. Alright, but say they did face down card, face up card. You say, take a look at that card, and flip it up, and flip it over. Alright, that's all you're doing. So we're gonna go ahead and do the face up. You say, is it face up or face down? It's face up. Alright, memorize that card and flip it over, and then cut it into the middle of the deck. Okay, that's all they're doing. And then they can cut it as many times as they want. Just make sure they don't do, like, you know, anything, you know, and they doing this underneath the table. Alright, so their cards obviously lost. So what now you take the deck, you say, alright, so then you can do like a basically run through the whole thing. So like you say, alright, you cut the deck in half, you flip the top 2 cards over, shovel them up, they're like in a big mess, you know. Ugh. This is what happened in the performance. There were so many takes that I screwed up on just because that happened. Alright, I think it's good. And you cut the deck as many times as you want. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this deck under the table and I'm gonna find your card. Alright, so what you're doing here is all you have to do is go under the table and take this card to the bottom, in jog and out jog cards. And you're holding it with the finger down here, so it's in jog, out jog cards. Alright. So what you're essentially doing is putting all the face up cards at the top and all the face down cards at the bottom. And under the table, you peel these cards out and you slip them over like that. What that just did is it put one card face up in the middle, and that's their card. The 5 of hearts. Alright. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, and bye.